Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Corrie V, and today we're going to be doing a completely random YouTube video. I have seen people on YouTube ranking things like LaCroix flavors and video games and lots of different things on these like ranking charts, and I thought it would be fun to rank what Sephora claims are the top 10 best-selling brands of makeup on their website. So I hopped over onto Sephora Canada's website and I went to best-selling makeup. Now, one thing I did notice is when I refreshed the page, some of the products did change slightly. So I'm pretty sure A, it's customizable towards my preferences, probably, and B, it changes regularly. So even if I went back today, like maybe some of the brands were swapped out, I don't know. But anyway, for one moment in time, this is what Sephora claimed were the top 10 best-selling brands on the website. So starting with Laneige, which shocked me because I was looking at makeup. This is in the makeup, not the skincare section. I believe most of Laneige's products are skincare, and I think their top selling product, and I think the reason that they were on the list was the lip sleeping mask that they have. And I actually have that in the berry flavor, and I have to say I'm underwhelmed by the performance there. I would much rather stick to something a little more functional and maybe a little less glamorous, like my Lucas Pop-Out ointment or the Lanolips products. I feel like do a lot better of a job. So I was really shocked to see this, but overall my impression of the brand is it's kind of boring, kind of skincare. It's got a K-beauty vibe. I don't actually know if it's a K-beauty brand. I feel like if you're looking at some of their packaging or marketing, they kind of want to be cute, but then they just have like boring, almost like Clinique looking packaging. I did also kind of peek at some of the makeup products that they had, and let me tell you, it was pretty underwhelming. Something that stood out was that they had some cushion foundations. It only came in 5 shades, and the darkest it went down to was like medium dark. And I think that's just sketchy when your brand is Laneige. Doesn't that just mean snow in French? The snow in French. So I'm guessing Laneige is like a reference, especially if it's K-beauty, to your beautiful pale skin. So overall, that just kind of gives me a sketchy vibe. I think I'm gonna give them an E overall. Again, I've hardly tried the brand at all, but I'm just kind of giving you an overall fast, dirty overview of how I feel about all these brands. And if you want to change my mind, leave a comment down below. Do it nicely, but tell me why I'm wrong in the comments down below. So the next brand they had listed was NARS. And when I think of NARS, I think of their packaging. It's got that black, smooth, soft touch, almost velvety packaging, and I think of orgasm stuff. Maybe a little bit of Deep Throat just to make me laugh because they have controversial names, Orgasm, Deep Throat. But then overall I think of their concealers, their bronzers, and their blushes. Overall I think that NARS is like okay. Orgasm blush doesn't like work the best for me personally. I do have a package of the Orgasm. I do have a couple packages of NARS Laguna bronzer, which I don't really use that much. And I do have the Orgasm lip products, which I absolutely hate. I hate the way they feel. They are not moisturizing at all. They just kind of sit on your lips and don't do very much. Because I was kind of looking into the brands, I was like, why are they called NARS? I was kind of shocked I didn't know this already. But NARS is named after a makeup artist, Francois NARS, and he is still the artistic director, photographer, and copywriter for the brand, which was founded in I think 1994, and he is 61 years old. I do think of NARS as kind of modern, young, but kind of like rich and expensive. Obviously, it's not like a luxury brand, but like it's up there. So I'm never like super stoked about anything NARS. I think I would give them like a B- or a C+, just based on my preferences and what I've tried out for them. They're classy. This, like, it's almost a B, just not quite there. The next brand I'm going to be ranking is Marc Jacobs. And when I think of Marc Jacobs, I think the only thing I've tried is maybe a lip gloss and their eyeliner pens, the gel eyeliner pencils, which I did like. But they have so many other products. They have primers, liners, brushes, lots and lots of different stuff. Foundations. I'm pretty sure their foundation is like super heavy. It's known to be super high coverage. Overall, I think the brand is just kind of like boring. Everything like looks and feels really heavy. I'm not really into the aesthetic of the packaging. It kind of looks a little bit old lady to me, and I don't know. I'm not a huge fan. I did look at Marc Jacobs again. He is 57 years old. Not really my favorite, so I think I'm going to give Marc Jacobs just a C. Like, I don't dislike anything, but I've never been really tempted by anything. I don't know. And like their eyeshadow compacts just look unappealing to me. Just the packaging, I don't get it. Next we have FENTY Beauty. And some of you guys will know, when FENTY Beauty first came out, I was so stoked. I was so excited to try stuff. I was so impressed with the packaging and the magnets and the gimmicks. Oh my god. So again, FENTY, okay, Rihanna, she's only 32 years old. Wow, she's younger than me. I was so excited also at the launch at how small the line was. It was a lot of basic staples that I feel like would be long-lasting products. So honestly, my interest in the brand kind of wavered as soon as they started coming out with like their Christmas collections and limited edition stuff. I don't know, I'm just not kind of into that anymore, which I think makes me more of an old lady. Overall, I like the classic staples. I don't want to be overwhelmed by like too many things. Again, I think the packaging is amazing. It's so young looking, so fresh looking, so well thought out with some of the products sticking together and that hexagon shape. Just beautiful. I love the color of the packaging. They were super praised for all the different skin tones that they covered with their foundations, but now they've expanded to so much more: contour sticks, powders, lips. I've tried all that. The FENTY Beauty contour stick in amber, I use it every single day. It's so amazing. They also have brushes and different tools. Like, you could definitely see that Rihanna wanted to create a line, and she sat down, looked at her makeup disc, and was like, how can I make everything that I see regularly like my own line? I really like their brand overall. I just wish they would slow down and kind of let us enjoy each product, each staple as it came out. But I think that's kind of a far-fetched wish. Overall, I think I'm gonna give them like an A-, B+. Again, I really do like FENTY, and of all the things on this list so far, this one gets me the most excited. Let's hop over to the next one. It's actually Laura Mercier, and I don't know too much about Laura Mercier. She is still alive. She's 59, and apparently at some point she was Madonna's makeup artist. I had no idea. Honestly, I think the brand is a little bit boring. Her whole aesthetic for her makeup line is a flawless face of natural looking makeup, so maybe it's not fair that I think everything's like super boring. I've personally tried the Laura Mercier powder, which is like the thing on YouTube. I've also tried a couple of her shadow sticks, but she's got blushes, foundations, concealers, lips, tools, primers, skincare. I don't know why, it's just not super exciting to me. I think I would put it kind of in the NARS Marc Jacobs thing, where I probably wouldn't spontaneously purchase it on my own. But like with the powder, if enough people were like, you have to try this, I would probably check it out. But yeah. And I'm pretty sure the powder is the only reason why Laura Mercier was on the list. Okay, next we have Anastasia Beverly Hills, known for brows. When I think of ABH, originally, I think she got famous for bringing a brow makeup artist. So Anastasia is 61 or 62. That being said, I think the brand feels pretty young and pretty fresh. I know she works a lot with her daughter Norvina to create products, and looking at the packaging, I don't think it looks like old lady makeup. I also really think a lot about highlighters and her lip products when I think of ABH, but they also do like lashes, eyeshadow palettes, foundations, brushes. Again, a complete makeup line. It's good stuff. There's some really classic cult products in there. I use them on the daily. Overall, I think I'm gonna get ABH, just a straight B. I'm not like the most excited about it, but I do really like it. And I do use some staples every single day. Next, we have Charlotte Tilbury. Charlotte Tilbury is 47. I don't know why I'm listing up the creator or artistic directions age, but I just thought that stuff was kind of interesting. Like, I didn't know NARS was a makeup artist and he was still alive. I didn't know Laura Mercier was still alive. I'm just like not that informed about makeup brands sometimes. So doing this kind of research and peeking into these makeup brands is pretty interesting. Charlotte Tilbury is known for her Pillow Talk lipstick, a absolute cult classic. She also has a full, I think she's probably most well known for her lipsticks and lip liners, but she's also got complete sets. Again, she's got makeup, she's got palettes, eyeshadow palettes, foundations, highlighters, bronzers. She's got these kind of cool sets of makeup that you could buy a look in a bag and you buy a whole kit full of makeup, which would be great if you're starting, except it is pretty expensive. And she also has quite a bit of skincare. The packaging, at least from what I've tried, is always beautiful, heavy packaging. I really love it. Even the gold highlighter, I got that in a beauty box, and so many people shit on that for being such shitty packaging, but honestly, I think it's also a beautiful cardboard packaging. No complaints here, it's magnetized. That being said, when I think of Charlotte Tilbury, I think of her shitty infomercials where she's just selling her little heart out. Everything's beautiful, everything's darling, everything is the best. Like, you have to try everything, which kind of rubs me like in a really... It comes off as very disingenuous and like sketchy. So I think it kind of like changes my opinion of the makeup in a strange way. I've also tried like her magic cream, and I pretty much did not like that. But the lipsticks that I've tried are really nice, and I think just looking through the packaging, she has a really cohesive luxury look for all her makeup, and it is like old Hollywood, but it doesn't necessarily feel super old. It's got kind of more of a timeless look, which is interesting because, I don't know, I kind of want to call it old lady stuff, but like, I think it appeals to a lot of different people. Where would I rank her? I think I would give her also a B-, kind of like the NARS stuff. I do get excited about it and I love looking at it, but I haven't made too many purchases unless there was like a free sample or a deal or something, and some of the products I know just aren't a perfect fit for me, and yeah, Charlotte is a little bit much. Next we have KVD Beauty, and I wrote down the brand name. It used to be Kat Von D's makeup line, Kat Von D, but because of her anti-Semitism, her racism, her anti-vax stance, she really fell out of favor. She really kind of damaged the brand. So they dropped her. She's no longer involved in the company, but they kept the logo the same, and they tried, I guess, to remove Kat Von D from the brand while keeping the brand pretty much exactly the same. So they renamed KVD Beauty to Kindness Vegan Beauty Discovery. There's your KVD. But then in brackets they also say, and doing good. So it's Kindness Vegan Beauty Discovery and doing good. There's your Kat Von D Vegan Beauty. I don't know, it's quite confusing. I think they probably should have just dumped the KVD and just maybe went with VB or something, Vegan Beauty. I don't know. It's very confusing to me. When I think of this brand, I think of the tattoo liners. I think of those heavy foundations. I think of her liquid lips. I think of some of the controversial lipstick names she's put out, like Selection and Lolita. Overall, I think her brand is quite unique in terms of packaging and aesthetic. It's like mainstream goth, like full-on goth. It looks very young. She's got some perfumes, some really unconventional colors and stuff. I always think back to that Mi Vida Loca palette, which for the longest time I pined over. I totally missed it when it came out, and I always really wished I had it. And I guess the big draw to this brand is that it's vegan, but I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the tattoo liner. And although I did try some of her products out way back in the day, I also it leaves me with a bad taste in my mouth. And I don't know, I'm gonna give it an E and an F. I'm pretty sure the only reason why KVD Beauty still exists at this point is because it's owned by Kendo, who is, I believe, a distribution partner or something. Maybe they own Sephora. And so because Sephora has such a big stake in it, they're still trying to like keep it going. But I don't know how well that works when the brand was Kat Von D, and like she did the calligraphy for it, she designed all the packaging. If you take that out and you're just this like kind of generic kindness, discovery, vegan beauty, like what else is there? It's very confusing. I wish they would just kind of rebrand over or put a new face on it so that we're not always just constantly thinking of Kat Von D. Next we have Too Faced, and when I think of Too Faced, I think of their peach stuff, which I'm not interested in at all, and I also think of their cute heart compacts, which they discontinued. They were blush compacts. Why would they do that? It was the cutest packaging ever. I would have bought them all individually. But they discontinued them all, and they kind of just went hard on this peach stuff. They're Better Than Sex mascara is, I'm pretty sure, one of the reasons that they're on this list, and I hate that stuff. I cannot stand it at all. I've done a review if you want to check it out. And the Born This Way foundation, again, I tested out a sample, did a review on it. I bought the full size. Why did I buy the full size? And it does not work for me. When I think of Too Faced, I think of boring eyeshadow palettes, especially at Christmas time, where they have just like weird packaging and it looks super young, but almost like it's trying too hard, which could be cute if it was super kitsch, like the heart compacts, which are just like tacky, gross. I love it. Give it to me. But I don't know. Sometimes I feel like they don't go hard enough where they're not maybe in on the joke too. I don't know, it's very confusing. I do like the name Too Faced. I think that's very appropriate for a makeup brand, kind of cheeky. Jared Blandino and Jeremy Johnson are kind of the heads of Too Faced, and they're both in their 50s, and I should say Kat Von D also 38 years old. But overall, I'm not hugely enthused with the brand. I think they're a brand that would not be afraid to like cut corners to increase their profit in kind of a sellout kind of way. And then I always just think back to their Rich Lives Matter cake that they shared on social media, and that also just kind of puts a shitty taste in my mouth. So I don't totally hate the brand, but I'm not super impressed with the brand, so I think I'm just gonna give it a straight D. And the last brand is Benefit Cosmetics, which I was kind of surprised to see on the list. I'm not really sure which product Benefit really sells the most of, if it's an eyebrow product or a collection or one of their blushes. What is it on Benefit that makes it so high selling? I was kind of always under the impression, based on the places that I hang out with other makeup enthusiasts online, that Benefit was kind of like passe and over, but apparently they're still kicking it enough to be on the bestseller list. I didn't know this, but Benefit Cosmetics was actually founded by two twin sisters. They would now be in their 70s. One of them, unfortunately, is no longer with us, but apparently one of the twin sisters' daughters is kind of involved in the company as well, so that's kind of interesting. When I think of Benefit, I think of super tacky packaging in a way that they know it's tacky and they're going with it. I also think of the makeup dispensing machines in airports where you like can swipe your credit card and buy makeup in an airport. That's pretty cool. I think of their controversial ads. Like, I remember the internet getting so mad when they had their, like, it was like, skip school and put on your concealer. And people, like, took it kind of literally. Like, I always take it as they're making fun of ads from, like, the past, like the 50s, 60s, 70s, where maybe that branding was a little less tongue-in-cheek and you were encouraged to, like, look super hot and skip school. The way I read it, Benefit is totally in on the joke. They're totally hamming it up and making fun of it. So I think it's super funny. I love to see that kind of over-the-top advertising. When I think of Benefit, I think of Benetint and the whole exotic dancer nipple tint story. I think of their brow products, which again I use on the daily. I think of their concealers, which I use on the daily. I think of their box blushes and bronzers, which I don't use quite as often. I feel like the brand is super California, which is kind of the look and aesthetic that they're going for. But it kind of also feels old lady in kind of a retro way. It's also a very young feeling brand though. I kind of feel like when you look through an overview of the products, they kind of are sending mixed messages on their packaging. Like some of it's silver and sleek and some of it's this boxed colorful doll aesthetic. I don't know, it's kind of confusing, but I don't know, it seems to work for them. And honestly, I like them quite a bit. So I'm going to give them, I think, a B+ for Benefit. This is my final ranking of the best-selling makeup brands on Sephora. Do let me know what you would rank differently. If you want to make your own little chart, you could also tag me on one of your social medias so I can take a look at how you would rank things. Some brands that were honorable mentions but didn't make the top 10 cut include Estee Lauder, Bare Minerals, which I was so surprised to see Bare Minerals on there, but go Bare Minerals, Urban Decay, and Dior. Overall, I'm not super surprised at the selection of brands that came up, but I was expecting to see Urban Decay and Dior up a little bit higher. But again, maybe it just depends on the day that you visit the site. Anyway guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching it and kind of seeing and hearing my thought process when I look at these lists of brands. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, definitely leave some comments down below for me. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe for more. I put out new beauty videos every Tuesday and Friday. I also stream on Twitch on Mondays, and you can always catch me in my Discord server. All those details will be linked down below. And a huge shout out to my patrons who help make these videos possible. Huge shout out to you for watching. And with that, I will see you in my next beauty video. Bye guys.